Hey, DOT community, this is a lad coming at you with a Monday night DOT Conquest, Sour Grapes, and Fusion event. Yes, it's an action-packed Monday night, and I just got off of JJ's stream. It was really good, and he was definitely going over what he is looking into with this his fusions, and also too with this event, because everyone enjoys Conquest for, guess what, not just the rewards, because of course you may be interested in the rewards, but if you're not, Conquest is triple battle drops all the way, all day. So if you saved up your portal stones from this last weekend's event, plus possibly even last week's event, the assault, you might just have a crap ton of portal stones, and like me, have them saved up for today and tomorrow. So let's see who's all have them saved up for popping in here. Oh yeah, nice, Yellow Umbrella. Thank you for popping in. Alex, how we doing? Tag her. How we doing? I know a lot of people are probably still over at JJ stream, and it's totally cool. But we're gonna keep it rolling here because I am all about the Conquest. Now, of course, Dionysus is good. Now, has he been overshadowed a little bit by some of the other current invoke slash summoners that have come out recently? Some may say so, but Dionysus is still really good for going into Conquest or Assault. So if you want a Dionysus, you can. What's up, Vintage? Yeah, just Uranus's weak little brother. Exactly. If you didn't get a Uranus, then Dionysus is still a malicious summoner. But yeah, Uranus definitely, like I said, he definitely overshadows him. What's up, Arash? Thank you for joining. So, but yes, Omega Militia. This is going to be your first summoner. You know, it's not a bad thing to grind out Conquest to be able to get him, because, well, frankly, you're going to get a lot of other Titan food and or relics to be able to get level up all your equipment. So I'm not going to say that grinding through an entire Conquest to grab them is not going to be a bad thing. It's going to be great for your account. But is it absolutely necessary? For players that have definitely had the opportunity to get Dionysus plenty of times in the past, will say you don't really have to go all the way. Chronice or Dio? Is that what you're trying to say, Alex? Fusion's better than yours, Pisces? We'll see what happens. I don't have a Dio, so it kind of helps. I have Uranus, though. Yeah, well, there you go, Pisces. You're fine. Yeah, no problem. Kingdom Rush, Ice's favorite event. Kingdom Rush. That's weird. What's up, Warhammer? Yeah, I don't know what that first name was supposed to be, though, Alex. You were trying to say Kronos? Or Dio? Yeah, they're both of the same old age summoners. You know, first gens, more or less. So, I mean, I use them both probably equal. Oh, nice, Demo. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Kingdom Rush. Get off that stream. Of course, Paladins. Here we go. This is what it's all about. We will do some pulls tonight for Paladins. Because, look at that. 22 Warp Altar coins for Conquest.
Hazelon.
What's up, Prometheo? So yeah, I would hope that maybe I can snag a Thorg, or, you know, we'll see what happens. Even if it was a level 1 Thorg, I wouldn't care. So, maybe. Oh, so did JJ finish up? Because now all of a sudden my number just skyrocketed.
Yeah, he just sent us over.
Oh, nice. Very nice. What's up, Extinction Churro? What's going on? How am I meant to do Conquest with Zalon live streaming? Well, you can do both, Frantic. Jesus. You can do both. Put me up on the telly. and continue your grind. I'm sure you have plenty of good Titans to take in. There he is. What's up, JJ? I'm sure you have plenty of good Titans to just auto raid Conquest real quick a few times.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't figured it out yet, putting a stream on the TV and then using your mobile device to play the game is the right way to do it.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Most definitely. What's up, Space King? Yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's how I've always done it personally myself in the past. So you can enjoy, you know. Also, too, if you have a second device, you can be in the chat, you know, so you can just, you can chat if you want, you know, periodically. And then, of course, what you say is actually on the TV as well. So, be able to, you know, but only listen through, you know, one device, because otherwise it can get a little echoey sometimes. What's up, Churro? Oh, for you, Churro. Oh, here we go. Monday Night DOT. Can't do it without cracking a cold one. Was going to start streaming a little bit earlier than normal, but JJ decided to stream, and it's totally cool because it gave me a little bit more time to just relax, because I was rushing around trying to get ready. So, DGs, I think is it a flat 700 or is it 650? I think it might be 650. Let's do the quick count on the DGs, because I know that's probably one of the most important things in this event, being the fact that people were like, yeah, a lot of players that have been around the block say, I don't need another Dionysus. I have 3 Dionysus Amphoras. I have 3 Gift of Dionysuses. I don't want Siggy. I have at least 2 to 3 Zyphos. Nature's Call, this would be your second or third one, you know. So then when you get down to the level 6, you're like, all right, there's not going to be any decent relics. So there's a lot of people that are more or less probably not. Love's Arrow, I'm not going to say, I did kind of skip over that real quick. Love's Arrow was only offered one other time. That was with the Eros event. It's not bad. So I can't say that I wouldn't mind picking that up. But do I have to go to 10 just for that? Well, I'd go to 10 for the 300 Divine Gems. That's probably really what I'd go to 10 for. So.
Yeah, I was disappointed to see that they did Love's Arrow without the Rage Staff, because those two really work together well.
Yes. Well, I have Rage Staff, but I got it from, obviously, other event. But 300, let's see, 2 is 5. And 75. And 50, there's the 625. Yeah, 650. So 650 on the DGs. Yeah. Gotta collect them all. Get as many as you possibly can. Now, Prometheo, you have something to announce about the DG altars and what happened recently?
Oh, it's just a continuation of my endless frustration.
Go ahead.
You know, I've been looking for Night Whisper for a long time, and
I'll trade you.
You know,
I'll trade you.
Yeah, exactly.
I got him.
I wish I could trade him. Yeah. So, you know, you go back a couple months, I had 3 Earthshakers, and I was like, well, you know, if I pull 2K, there's a risk I get a 4th one. But, you know, at the same time, there's really no other way to get a Night Whisperer, so let's just see what we do. So I got an Earthshaker before, and I was like, oh man, I should probably pull 5K or 7K after that. But then I was looking at Segundo coming up, I was like, well, let's take another crack at Night Whisper. And I got a 5th Earthshaker.
Well, you saw that I even got my first golden relic was Infiltrator. Spoiler alert, DOT community, if you didn't watch that stream yet. But yeah, I do have a golden 5-star, and it is the Infiltrator one. So, I get a lot of Infiltrator relics.
Well, my perspective is you don't really need more than 2 of any relic, because you're only ever going to have 1 defender on your castle and 1 attacker you're using. So I really feel like even in an island defense situation, the 3rd or 4th is probably not going to be necessary, because you're unlikely to have it out on an island. But okay, so I could see maybe 3 or 4, but man, a 5th copy of the same relic is just like, man, that is just fusion food. So I opened a support ticket and I told them, peace of my mind of A, could you just refund it and let me pull again? And B, well, you really ought to have the pool change to reflect the fact that people don't have a certain relic. If I've got copies of something, then it'd be awesome if the game saw that and just made it less likely I would get it.
Yeah. Well, JJ says he wants 15 Spheronox golds, the sword and shield. So, I guess some players do want a lot of the same one.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to blame you if you want multiple copies, and but at the same time, I think if you don't have any copies of one of the relics, then it'd be nice if the random pool would just fill out your collection. It's a collecting game.
Yes. What's up, Zeus? Personally, myself, I'll take a few of each 5-star because, you never know. I mean, I only have one of each maxed, like Trickster's Blades maxed, Sword and Shield maxed, Stormbringer maxed, Night Whisper maxed. And then, of course, I'm working on Divine Touch and Dragon Slayer. But besides from that, though, I mean, yeah, what sucks about that is because the 2K altar for me most likely will just give me another one of those instead of what I really want, which is an Earthshaker. But
yeah,
that's the unfortunate thing. That's why the 5K might be my better choice. I'm thinking that's probably my best choice at this point. But then again, I do have Trickster's Blades and the Sword and Shield, so besides from Mjolnir in the 5K, what else am I really looking for?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
no,
I'm asking too, just in case. Am I missing out? Is there something else in the 5K that I really should be hitting?
Well, you don't have the Axes of War.
No, I don't.
That's the one you want.
True, okay. So Axis of War and Mjolnir. So at least 2 that I don't have in the 5K. But I have all of them almost in the 2K except for Earthshaker. And the one that everyone doesn't want. What's it called? The Dream or the Shadow Dancer, yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe I should just be going for another 7K instead. I don't know. I'll be on the fence for a little while. I'll have some time to think about it.
Well, I still think you did the right thing pulling 7K, and it's possible that Infiltrator Relic will, be useful for you.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I think so. I think it will be. I'm not going to say it's not going to work, because I want to know if that damage is going to be higher than 70%, because I think it is. And if it is, it's actually going to make my Arya even stronger than she is. And I'm thinking, good gosh.
Well, and think about the potential for Segundo here. I mean, let's take a look at the stats on Conyers Falchion. So, okay, so 80% Titan damage is the second slot.
What's up, Zeus?
On enemy summon, cast Rage on Titan. So those are great. But yeah, so 60% Titan armor piercing and troop armor piercing. The 5x on attack apparently only applies to the Titan armor piercing. But you're still getting 60% armor piercing, which, that I don't think Segundo gets that crazy armor piercing. Let's see. That 60% could make a difference.
Well, 60% is okay, yeah. Are you talking about that second skill? Zalon, you changed your mind for 15K? Well, Rash, being the fact that I pulled the 7K for that last live stream, I think it's going to be a long time until I'm able to accrue up to 15K. So I don't know. I think I might just stay down for a little while and see what happens, because I think the Divine Altar is going to change out here probably in the next maybe 2 months. Maybe a little longer, maybe 3 months, but I think that it's possible by the time I'm able to accrue up another 15K that things might move around up at the very top. What's up, Darren Watson? Thank you for joining. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Mauricio, Oh, yes, it was very epic, I know. It's kind of hard to top something like that, but I'm still going to do some pulls for Paladin, so don't worry. I might get hosed, but I'll still give it a shot. Let's just say. And I will do some of my fusions on the stream, too. So don't worry. It's all happening. I got Helga in right now. She's got the 5-star. It's one reason I think that I'm not going to keep that second Helga that I pulled. I was thinking maybe I should, but if I get a second 5-star Guardian, even if it's the golden 5-star Guardian, I'm gonna probably would put it over on Progenitor instead, just because I don't, unless we have another Guardian that comes out in the meantime that's really good. But I just thought about it. I was just thinking, why would I hold on to a second Helga for another 5-star in that case? Because I have other 5-stars. First versions, that I could easily use in that 5-star on. So definitely.
Should we talk about Segundo?
Yeah, we could. Oh gosh, I'm so excited to talk about Segundo. Okay, that's fine. Hold on. I just want to make sure you have Axis of War for Osiris? No, I don't, JJ, and that would be nice. Extinction says he needs a Life Spark video, Prometheo.
Yeah, it's gonna come this week. I'm doing the Panther meta rundown this week.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Ice is on Monday Night DOT. That's right. Bum 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 bum. That's right.
Did I miss the Segundo discussion yet?
No, you didn't miss it. Prometheo's pushing hard for the Segundo.
Yes.
Yes, he's pushing hard.
I saw the leak last night. I got so excited.
I threw it out there just before I think, or maybe right as someone was saying that they need me to do a Life Spark video, because I know
that's right.
That's been hanging out there, and I mentioned it in my video for Frigg that I'm going to do a rundown of the Panther meta, and I think it's definitely going to be necessary given what we're seeing. So I hopped onto DOT database while the new skills were showing, and
okay.
And so here's what it was saying. Zalon, do you want me to run through it real quick?
Yeah. I'm just running Conquest in the background. Go ahead.
All right. So, of course, this is still just in the category of rumor, because whatever Yuki had posted up there is unconfirmed until we actually get a blog post, and then
is it still up, or did he take it down?
I think it's concealed now. I just pulled it up, and maybe if I reload, then I'll see it, but I didn't see it. So. Well, here, let me do a reload click just to see. Okay, so what I had showing as the buffs for the Panthers, and I checked every other troop to see if anything was. Oh no, it's still up there. I just reloaded, and you can see it on DOT database right now.
Awesome.
So the Panther buffs are, and I'm just making sure nothing's changed here. Yep, I'm seeing the same thing on the picture I took earlier and DOT database right now. So what Yuki is showing is 480% poison damage for Panthers.
Easy.
150% armor piercing, 70% critical buff, 150% armor, 180% health, 50% ranged resistance and melee resistance, and 90% ice and void resistance. So
it's like a perfect Panther type.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Actually, compared to Solisar,
that's much better than Solisar.
What's up, Frantic?
Not too bad, Ice. How's things? Some of us are working, Duan.
Some of us. Oh, what are you, a Godan now? What are you, Godan, Frantic? Some of us have
if I
to
was
work.
Godan, I'd have to leave by now.
That's right. Oh, that's right. You can't be in
nice burn there, buddy.
That's a good burn, Frantic. You'd have to leave within at least 5 minutes.
Hey, y'all. I'm promoting Events R Us. See you later. No more questions.
See you later.
Mic drop.
Leave it with my receptionist.
So can you run through those skills and then say what the Segundo one is and then what the Solisar one is? Because a lot of those sounded very similar.
Well, so Solisar is 300% poison damage versus Segundo says 480% poison damage. Solisar gives 150% armor piercing, same on Segundo. Solisar doesn't give Panther crit, unless I'm mistaken. Is that right?
No, he doesn't. That was the hardest one to fill.
Yeah,
Unless he had venom.
and on Segundo, you're starting at 70% Panther crit, so there is no need for additional crit. You're already at 95%.
Do you think they're going to offer Venom Seed this weekend?
Venom Seed would
No
be irrelevant.
need now.
Yeah, you don't need it for Segundo. If they throw it in there, then it's for Solisar. So there's that. Health 180%, armor 150%. That's the same as Solisar. Void resistance 90%. That's the same as Solisar. No lightning resistance. You're getting 90% ice resistance. So that gives you something else. Although,
that takes away a toe tech or any other progenitor defense. I mean, that's a game changer.
Yeah. Well, there are other answers to ice, but to have Panthers that can charge right through ice without needing any relics, that it could be nice. I think what you're going to need is lightning resistance on these Panthers. But you're getting 50% ranged resistance and melee resistance, and so...
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
These are turned into a very good collection of Titans, possibly. Reskills.
Totally true. Actually relevant.
With Panthers that have resist against, maybe Void and Earth. Who knows?
Time will tell. Okay, so Vintage says, would it be comically ironic if I did 2K pulls to try and get Dragon Slayer? I think that would be awesome, Vintage.
Vintage, that would be karma.
It would be great. I would enjoy that. Everybody in chat just like became silent when you started talking about Segundo Prometheo. Everyone was just nobody even typed.
You gotta hush. When the Prometheo sneaks, you gotta hush.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
Is this Sir Chancellor?
Sir Chancellor. Yes, it is.
Yeah, we got Chance in now.
Nice. I just came in to settle everybody down. I think there's way too much hype. I think everybody needs to settle down. There's no reason to get a lot of souls this weekend. Take the weekend off. It's not a big deal.
Shut up, Data. Keep your mouth shut, man.
It's gonna be a low-key, low soul count.
Yeah, we're talking like 300k tops, right? 300k.
Basically better than Lifespark Panthers.
I remember back in the day when I used to like Prometheo more than Sergo, and now I'm like, oh, okay, wow, now I get it. Okay. Putting all the secrets out there.
So I ran the numbers. So Prometheo, based off what I was looking at yesterday, is that you could pretty much pimp out the Segundo with the 5-star Infiltrator Relic and then all troop damage relics because you're already there with that much crit. You're at 90% crit. And it is literally just projectile missiles.
ARNLE weak. I got Segundo when I picked up Osiris. I didn't know she was so good. I've not leveled her up much. It's going to be the new one, not the one that you have currently right
don't
now.
level that one up, buddy.
Yeah, so it's not.
How does this work into my plans to just relax and have a bit of a break after Conquest?
100%. Yes, absolutely. Yes, you deserve it.
Well done, Jess. Your timing's flawless.
I have 2 max Night Whisperers.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, you're going to want this one.
Absolutely.
Darn it. Bill's dead.
We won't be complaining after this one. People are going to sleep on it, though. Just like they've done in the past with Solisar. It doesn't matter. People don't pay attention to the skills. They just kind of move on when they see it's somebody undesirable and past skills.
And this one. Remember how Splinter was just, oh my goodness, what a guy, right?
Dude, that's such a great call.
Yeah, and now it's geez, it's like Splinter 5. I mean, just wow.
I was never a fan of the old Jinsu. I thought that they way overhyped him.
Well, they did.
He wasn't as good as Bast. To me, Bast is superior. I think Godan liked him, and that's why everybody started talking about Jinshin.
Well, just because Godan liked him? I don't know about that.
Well, absolutely.
He's not 100% wrong. He does carry a lot of influence, and like if that's going to be your favorite guy going in, if Chance is famous and just Totek's the man, and like, oh well, maybe Totek, I gotta get one, you know. So I get it, but yeah, no, this guy. I mean, it's not even a comparison. I mean, this will be the
best infiltrator in the game, hands down. Tyrannic, are infiltrators your go-to?
I'm going to start doing my fusing. Now that everybody's here to talk and I can just do stuff in the background, I'm just going to be fusing stuff.
Away.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Has anybody else got Frigg to 51 yet?
Well, I used some 4-star XP relics on her, and she's up to 28 or 9.
Bro,
so
just do the 51. It's so much fun.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm running around with 95% resist ranged Goliaths out in front, and I love that. Oh my god,
pretty cool.
It's so fun because you can throw them in you know, whatever grind situation you've got and use them as a shield, and then use the Omegas around your maidens as a second tier shield. And so you've got half Goliaths, half maidens, and you're just crushing everything.
It feels like a more fun Anubis. Remember how fast Anubis is to ping pong? I mean, I'm just dropping these maidens right on the ranged troops, and it's over. It's like dropping a terror spell.
That's a good point. I haven't been using them like that, but I'll definitely try it.
Well, the other thing is, every time you drop a maiden, it drops a lightning spell somewhere.
Yeah.
So it just... So I threw on
that's so funny.
And all those.
You get surprised. You're like, oh, I wasn't even attacking that guy, and they're like 40% health. Oh, a lightning spell must have got him. Yeah.
Yeah, the Evoke has actually been pretty fun.
I ended up with 3 Friggs from the event.
What?
Unreal, man.
Really?
Yep, I got 3 of them because at the start of the event.
That's right. That's right.
I saw your non-boast picture, Promethea.
Yeah.
All of us know you're a humble cat. But you post that picture, I'm like, oh, that was a little strategic.
Are you going to level them?
I'm going to use all 3 of them because honestly, the thing is, I still have Arvan and Solgar out there, and those guys are just dead men walking now with Frigg around. Never going to touch them. I was just looking at a spreadsheet where I keep track of my Titans, and I have not played those Titans for over a year at all. Probably haven't played them for 2 years. So I'm just waiting for the next Berserker to fuse those guys into. But yeah, now conceptually I've moved on beyond the Norse Berserker Lightning Titans. I moved past every Lightning Titan. I might even fuse off my second Zeus. Because at this point I don't.
Oh, second Zeus! Yeah, some people are like, I don't even have first Zeus.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever play Zeus again.
Oh man.
Well, I think I'm keeping them now. I'll fuse off my top tier one and keep a low level one just in case if they show up as a bonus Titan.
As a boost, you gotta keep them for that boost. Play it smart. Play it smart.
Taught me well.
Interesting point. Yeah, I could get rid of my 60 Zeus and keep the second one, because then I can use him if there's ever a boost in an event. And I definitely want to keep one of them because I have Stormbringer, but
all the gods,
yeah.
just again as a not in a non-joking fashion. I say that because I'm a collector, but all the gods are used as boost Titans on a pretty normal basis, a few times every year.
They come around.
Yeah, way more than all the other Titans. All the other Titans may only have one event out of the entire year that they boost. All the other Titans. But the gods, they have a tendency to have a few more times. So, that's just...
I think my Zeus is 56 or something. Still
super fun to play.
So, Zalan, I just put together a build on the database using your Falchions.
Okay.
And the Panthers on Segundo can get to 426% armor piercing.
Oh my goodness.
Why wouldn't they? Makes perfect
That'll
sense.
take out Necrosa, won't it?
Exactly.
So Brady,
So Zolan, you yet again press your dev button. You score what is perceived as one of the lowest new 5 stars, and it's going to be dominant with the upcoming Titan. Look at you.
oh look at me! Oh look at me! Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know that you'll use it that much, and because you won't need anywhere near that much piercing. But the good news is that, man, if you want to get to the top level of piercing, then that's what you're going to need.
Okay, so personal story. I was actually the reason I'm going to do this event, and the reason it's just I'm done fighting about it, going back and forth, was because Zlon and I back in the day, like I don't even know, like it couldn't even been a month ago. I would say a couple of weeks.
Weeks
like,
ago.
The best defender. Like I was gonna go for Live Spark. He was gonna go for the defender, and now it's like.
It's already it's over. It's already over.
Yeah, dude. That was like it was like a couple weeks. Like it wasn't. Yeah. People were like, "Oh, 6 months, 9 months from now." Now it's like,
It was our thing.
That was like 2 streams ago. Like,
Yeah.
geez.
No, honestly, Necrosa and Lifespark have only just set our expectation levels and got our appetites going, and now Segundo is the payoff. And if you're not going for Segundo, then, okay, go ahead and save up and waste 15,000 DGs on Lifespark.
Dude, exactly.
You'll get some value out of him.
But you don't need the like.
But you don't get the armor, and you don't get the health.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like all the electricity elements are going to, you put that all on Panthers is what Segunga's saying. Like, man.
Right. Just forego Lifespark and save yourself a lot of DGs. Get some relics instead, and use this Panther Titan instead.
And by the way, 3 or 4 months of DGs, like stop it. Like they'll just do an event. Yeah.
No, it's Prometheo or Vintage. We still can't. We don't have the source. Relics never expire. Relics are never outdated. I mean, that's the biggest thing. So these 5-star relics seem like they have the longest shelf life compared to these Titans.
Yeah, and look, I don't want to, in any way say anything that the devs might interpret as they should make Segundo less powerful than what we've been teased at. But please don't nerf her, because we're going to pay money to get her. I'll tell you that
We're
much.
excited. We're all excited right now.
Yes, we're excited, and we will pay money for her. But going back to Lifespark and looking at him, there is a glaring hole after I look at Segundo, and that is that Panthers don't have melee or ranged resistance.
Mm.
They don't have health or armor, but you can get health and armor. But it's really hard to build melee and range resistance and health and armor at the same time using relics. And so I think what you're looking at with Segundo is a much more well-rounded attacker. Lifespark has his role, but now with Segundo out there, I'm going to look at Lifespark more as a Maiden Titan.
Which is still unreal.
Well, Vintage says they're a fixed asset. Yes, it's from Vintage lore, apparently.
Oh, Vintage lore. Yeah, we got to have our own Vintage dictionary of found here, said this time.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
no,
right.
I agree. Vintage was preaching that gospel long before I ever said anything in that vein. And if you ever think that I came up with a good idea about this game, then you should just go back and watch Vintage's videos before I said it, and it's probably something I derived from him, including...
Too humble, yeah.
Too humble. Humble
Vintage
alert.
talked about effective health in his videos. The only thing that I think Vintage didn't go into, and which I routinely feature, is I went from just damage and effective health over to a power rating system.
Which I love that, by the way. That was super helpful. I watched a couple of your older videos, and it really stands out now with the present measures.
Yeah, so that's a little bit different, but again, I think that's because I'm using basically a database model that I built for the whole game. So,
because I'm a super genius.
This is true.
Nice.
This is true.
It is.
You guys are too nice.
So Friday night is Alon, I still think, greatest stream of all time.
Greatest
buddy.
stream of all time? It was good. It was definitely good.
Oh
It's
my
been one of my
gosh.
best streams in a while, but I have to say, there's streams that I know I have definitely felt like have been pretty amazing.
I had company in town. Oh my gosh, no! I had company in town, and I missed it, and then I rewatched it, and I was like, "Stop it! Stop it! This is the one. This is the one I missed. Are you kidding? I was just
I re-listened to the whole From Hill to Parts along that I missed, and it was unreal.
Right?
The whole Storm and Sephiroth.
Oh yeah, dueling it out at the very end because Sephiroth totally baited him with his comment saying, "Oh, if you, what was it? It was like a noob donation tip or something like that, or pro tip for Storm. If you're gonna go big, go with the red donation or whatever, which is like $100." And it was up there forever. And then he came back and slammed him back with $100 donation right back at him. I was just like, wow, that wasn't necessary, but okay.
I know, I'm like, why are you so cheap, bro? So cheap.
Right. I have a group of friends I play cards with, so I let them in that I play this mobile game a few months ago, so they always want to know, what's ICE up to this week? And so I tried to explain about the Thunderous deal, and they're like, this makes no sense. Why would people give him money for something that doesn't matter?
Yeah, they don't get it. They don't, yeah.
Wow. They're definitely outside the circle, Ice. They're outside.
They're outside the circle.
Well, I'm throwing $2 in just to get the get the chum to churn the water.
Chum in the water?
Chum in the water. Thank you, Prometheo. I appreciate it. Hi, Polo. How we doing? Thank you for joining. Seb, how we doing? Good to see you.
What's up, Polo?
Oh, what's their Soulman on the events? It changes every event. Seb SP. It definitely can be a few different things. Oh, wow, that whole thing came up. That's cool. Like a zombie dude's running.
So I saved all my Assault Portal Stones and this last weekend's Portal Stones for now.
I did too. Oh, you have 900? Jesus. I only have 550. I have 550.
Assault sucks, by the way.
Oh, Assault does not suck.
Shut up.
Assault does not suck. I got so many portal stones.
I have to interrupt you there, Zalon. Are you putting food into Freya? Please tell me.
Oh, I'm putting 1 stars in. And yes, because I need to get her to 40. I need to get her to 40.
Get him.
No. Why?
Because.
What for?
Because.
What for? For a crappy Pantheon relic that you're never going to use?
No, because I have to have it. It just needs to be completed, Prometheo.
No. Stop right where you are.
Oh
You're right at 39. Anything past this is more wasted XP. Don't do it.
Don't worry, Prometheo. It'll all be it's being taken care of. All right.
He just ran an intervention. Salon like an addict.
Right.
I'm on Promethio's side.
You can have your stream back.
The level of OCD with you getting over like 41 and 51 is so cute and adorable, and I love you. And Prometheo, you're a bad person, but I am on your side.
Chance, we are growing to like you, but you then throw something else out there that makes us not like you. So please.
The fans. They're like the audience is like, but we like Chance, but maybe we don't like him this week. Well, maybe we like him.
We hang on the words.
I know.
2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
They're like, if Chance is gonna be on this week, I don't know. We may like him by the end. We may not. I don't know.
Flip a coin. We'll see.
We'll see.
So poor D sent me a message. Her Italian cookies failed miserably.
No way.
The baking soda fell off.
Brady, you were asking 2 questions, and I'm sorry, I missed the first one. You were asking, is Bellabog trash?
I got comments about Brady. I got a story about Brady in a minute. Go ahead, Zalon.
But he wants to know if Bellabog is trash, and he wants to know if Almrand is bad. Almrand is awesome. I love Almrand. He's at 59.
Keep Almy.
Yes, 59, and I just don't want to take him to 60 because that means I just won't play with him anymore. So he just sits at 59.
So I'm going to be gentle here, Brady. I'm going to be gentle. But in
Bellabog,
I think it was Dragon's chat. Were you in this chat, Salon? And there's this player in Dragons asking about what do you guys think about this guy Brady going back and forth after your stream. I'm like, what a weird question to ask. But after this long, like, back and forth, he's like, I'm Brady. I'm like, gosh, it's so weird. That was so weird. So, Brady, just make comments, buddy. It's okay. You can hang out.
Yo, but yeah, so what is this, Daniel, son? You're saying Solana's always saying listen to Prometheo, but he never does. I do listen to Prometheo. I'm a collector, though. That's the only thing. So when it comes down to it, I need that Pantheon, like, all of it's going to be completed, like, done. And then I'll never have to worry about it again.
So while we're talking about Fusion, could I just throw something out there? I maintain a spreadsheet that counts the level of every Titan that I've got. I hadn't updated it since September of last year, but I have it set up to calculate out the XP value of all of my Titans. And I just updated it. And in the period since last September, I know I've been playing less, but over that period, I had exactly the same rate of XP gain as I did from last September back to the start of when I joined the game in January of 2018. And so I'll say, I think that all the XP potions that we're seeing in the game right now and other things like Assault are increasing the amount of XP that's out there for us to get, and it's getting easier to level Titans.
Oh, good point. Yeah, I noticed with Assault and obviously with Conquest, I'm getting a ton more XP drops.
Agreed.
Yeah, and my problem is I'm a 23 guy, and like it's hard for me. I just recently decided to go up to 24 because like the relic inventory is so much smaller, 23, 24, 25 as you go up. And so it's great for leveling up your Titans, but gosh, yeah, you got to clear it out.
What's up, Val? Thank you for joining. What's up, Dead Nixon? Ooh, what was that?
Somebody's burning cookies.
Yeah, somebody's burning cookies or a fire alarm going off.
Burning them cookies.
Big question. Should I work on my Night Whisper or continue on my Dragon Slayer? It depends. If you have a Titan for either one of them that you want to use them on, yeah, I would say Night Whisperer over Dragon Slayer. But if you don't have a Titan for your Night Whisperer and you do for your Dragon Slayer, you got to lean towards what you have. That's what I would do.
Pro, do we see any advantages with the new Dragon Slayer update towards any particular Titans?
Vintage. Prometheo's pager, his Hobie calling. His pager. It's his DOT pager.
There's no such pager. I like it though.
Yeah, that'd be funny if it's the
there's some good Guardians out there. I think we could use another good Guardian right about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is time. I guess Dragon Slayer could go on Progenitor, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going. That's what I have my Dragon Slayer on as Progenitor, I believe. Unless it's on my Valoran. I don't know. I'd have to look.
Yeah, it just gives troop damage and health. It doesn't give anything else for the troops. So it's a little bit weaker than the other class 5 stars, but the good thing about that troop damage is that if you then stack crit and damage on Progenitor on top of that troop damage, then it's going to have a lot bigger effect. So you could actually turn Progenitor into an attacker with it.
Which is great, especially if she merits a bonus event.
Hey, Scrub, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Yeah, what's up, Scrub?
What up, Scrub? Well done getting those souls in for Hammer this last weekend.
Oh, yeah, well, hey, competition drives me.
Right?
We had a good one. I snapped shots of those few times we were ahead of war.
Oh, yeah, I did too. Just to show that it happened.
You're like, well, you didn't win in the end. I was like, but we won Friday and Saturday.
Right.
All right, 2 days is good enough for me.
That's good. That's the tournament. We got enough days.
Winning is not
you're
as
using
important as being
Chance's
winning.
word. You're using Chance's word tournament. So
I know that's a
careful.
borrowed one from Chance. Tournament.
be careful.
Are you guys gonna finish Conquest? There's a lot of divine gems in there to this week.
No.
Yeah, 650.
Why wouldn't you? It's Dionysus, the number one guy.
Number one.
I'm going for the divine.
Dio who?
Right.
I know, it's so sad. It still holds the softest spot in my heart.
Gosh, he was so... Guys, remember a year and a half ago when we were just raging through everything with Militia, thinking we were so
best.
cool? We were so cool. And then they're like, hey, Void, darkness is coming. And we're like, oh, whoops.
My Dion never go past 4
Oh, no, really, Ceramic?
Yeah. Still leveling him up slowly.
Real? Oh, man.
So many Titans.
Frantic has an incredible game style.
My
Slow.
my Dionysus sits at 59.
You are so silly. Zlon, you're so silly. That'll be 2 years later. He's
Yeah,
like,
no, they'll use him again for a
34
boost. They'll use him again for a boost. He'll go to 60. You'll see.
Well, that's what I said. My Zeus isn't max yet.
Neither's
Either.
mine.
Yeah. 6 or something.
I think we've had 3 Dionysus since then, and I've fused all mine into new champions because
You don't have any Dio left?
oh, bro, he was my boy for 6 months. I'm a child of vintage, dude. I love Dionysus, but then as the time goes by, all these great new champions,
Hey, summertime. Panthers are taking over.
Yeah, it's the summer of Panthers.
Yeah,
Ooh,
true.
ooh, summer of Panthers.
And then watch during the wintertime. It's gonna be a
Let's
bunch
go.
of the Frost Titans or Ice Titans. Yeah, they're gonna take over.
well, yeah. I mean, and here's the thing: so as we're doing this Conquest event, Totek, when you come to the Panther plinth, he's gonna crush it. But what if a Totek with 91%? Because there's 4 elements that he has 100% resist at 91%, is going to face a Segundo. I don't think Totek will even stand 2 minutes against a Segundo.
He's gonna end super fast.
Yeah,
Titans aside, Panthers are just, I don't know, something about what they did with Panthers in this game, the calculations, they do so much damage. It's just ridiculous. For being a single unit, they do so much damage.
Well, it takes more attention. It takes more attention. You got to A, set them up to be a little ball in the beginning. And then B, as they...
Uh-oh. I think I lost everybody in Discord. Hold on.
In the game.
Did you already finish Conquest?
I'm on plinth 9. I'm in 8. I'm on 8.
Come on now.
No, I'm about to finish 8. I'm finishing 8.
Come on now. Dude, what are you saying that? It's day 1.
Wow.
Come on now.
That's pretty far along there.
That's incredible.
I'm on 3.
I'm on.
Gosh.
I got 2 more days.
I'm heading into 5. I'm heading into 5, so you're very...
Same page.
That's ambitious.
Well, I'm saving 40,000 gems for Segundo, and I have 5 tokens already. I'm gonna get 5 from the event from him. So I feel like with 40,000 gems and 10 tokens, I should be able to finish that event.
I talked to Chase Bank. I took out a loan, so I should be good.
Right?
Is it a secured loan against your DOT account?
It's my deal. Did you have to submit pictures of your level 60s?
I leveraged a couple of them like Monopoly. I mortgaged
Zalon, if you get a phone call for my personal reference, just know. Yeah.
Right. They're like,
There you go.
does he really play for beta? I'd be like, listen, I have multiple recordings of him saying he plays for beta.
Well, just $1,000.
that.
It's not a big deal. $1,000. No,
Chance,
it's
you
gonna
put
be
it up with Prometheo, man. Well done. You
Say that again?
offered and you delivered with the whole Uranus proposition.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was fun.
The Uranus
You know what, though?
proposition.
They almost.
Yeah, it's like that, Zalon. Did you catch that? Underneath
Yeah. What would you do for $1 million? Yeah. So, and they almost murdered me at the last event because I had a company in town that I didn't do till Sunday. And they're like, Oh, they're 80,000 behind us. I'm like, oh really? 80,000. Okay, no problem.
We need you right now.
I got half of that.
Gosh, like I did. Like, it was like, and I had like 10,000 to finish, which I did. But like it's like, oh yeah, so stupid.
This
Yeah,
just
but no.
reminds me of Freya back in the day, man. I'm getting my first greens today. Like, even people castle level 23, they're like failing to hit my garrison, then they gotta try again. So far, only Osiris Ladega has broken through.
You put Frigg up max defense?
Well, all her relics are, look, this is a funny thing. I'm castle level 15. All her relics are level 1, and I've been getting greens. I haven't even maxed her relics yet. And she's level 56 right now.
Oh.
It's just her skills.
Well, but at a level 15 though, I mean, just as a beast. Like anything under like 19 sitting on a castle, you'll be fine.
So
He's playing. Are you playing with this in Masters or Legends this week, Scrub?
I'm in Masters right now, and I'm still with Knights because if we're gonna go down, I got like what 400,000 VP.
You gonna hop over to Hammer for Segundo though?
In midweek, I'd rather stay with Knights because if they don't have nobody with them, it's not a chance they're gonna get it.
You loyal, man.
There you go. That's a good.
And honestly, look what they did.
Searching for a crown. You're gonna get crowned soon by D, man. You keep talking like that.
yeah,
They did last week.
Exactly. That's
Last week they
exactly.
said
That's
Solisar.
exactly what I thought.
No,
What a
this is the funny
suck
thing.
up. Yeah.
Last week they said Solisar was an alliance event until the final day before. Then, since they realized he was so good, they changed it to a solo player event. I think they might do that because why would they have 2 alliance events like back to back? Frey was just alliance. Why would they have another alliance?
They will. They do 3 a month normally. It used to be older than was 3 a month, 1 conquest, but now they mixed everything up.
I don't know. I don't trust them, man. Solisar was supposed to be alliance. They changed it to solo.
yeah, he doesn't trust him.
Don't trust him. Don't trust him.
Zeus, level Frigg or Uranus first with XP potions. I don't know.
Like a little
I go Frigg first.
wordplay there going on.
What's up, Godan? Yo, I like Ron Gamer
Dan,
too.
hop on the Discord, buddy.
Yeah, hop on Discord, Godan. Come on, Godan. Now that you did it once, we know you can do it. What's up, Fury?
We know you're off work now. It is the night.
Yeah, we know.
Go Dan, there was mass speculation that your Discord has been deactivated, it was disabled, there was a problem. I mean, prove us wrong. Like, are you available?
Are you available?
He hit the surprise drop-in Friday night chance, which made it yet again an epic
Oh,
stream.
dude,
Yeah,
that's
right?
exactly what I meant. When I watched that, like, I was just, that's what I meant. Like, the jealousy, streaming.
We thought it was all fake. We thought someone just totally went to Dan in the Discord name.
Right. Like, I'm sure there was like 3 lines of verification. Absolutely.
And then the voice came, "What's going on, guys? What's going on?" Everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just meditating. How are you?
How are y'all doing? Long pause.
Yeah.
Next sentence. Long pause.
Ha! Family time. I only hit a few minutes. We know, Godan. We know.
We love you, good Dan.
But those few minutes mean everything.
Bumping events, buddy.
Yes.
Bumping
Very
events
busy.
us.
That's right. And he's got some event spots open this weekend.
Of course he does.
Stop it. Oh my gosh. Really? Oh my gosh. Again.
No,
I
just said
Get on
that.
your ass for it. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Thank you for joining Fury, though. Fury should join Discord. It's been a while.
Come on, Fury.
Fury joins Discord every once in a while. Has to be the right time. But if he's
Gotta feel it.
especially if he's working, if he's working, he'll definitely jump on. What were you gonna say, Prometheo?
Zalon, I've got a riddle for you.
Oh my gosh, the Riddler, the Riddler. Prometheo, you would definitely be the Riddler in the whole Batman.
He would be.
That's
See,
right.
just so
I'm
you
playing
know.
the Riddler here.
All right, go ahead.
All right, tell me what the pattern is that connects it connects Solisar, Frigg, and Segundo.
Wait, Frigg, and Segundo. Well, is it the Panthers? Yeah, but Frigg doesn't...
No, what is it that makes all three of them part of one single new meta?
Oh man, Pro. The
Um,
5-star meta.
No.
don't...
Damage influx?
I'll give you a hint. Stone Skull on Frigg is critical to it.
Wait, what?
The what skull?
Stone Skull.
You're talking about the 5-star.
No, it's the
Wait.
Earth one, right? The one, the Lithator event one?
Yep, it was in the Lithatar event.
Oh, I don't
and
have
it has
that.
Goliaths resist melee and Goliaths resist void and lightning. So what is the theme?
Void. Obsolescence.
It's the counter void meta.
The counter void meta.
Oh.
That's what we're in now.
Oh.
Because if you look at Frigg with the Lubu's Crown, the
Yeah.
Elemental Grasp,
Yeah.
and you can use the 4-star Goliath belt, or you can so you can go 4-star Goliath belt, Lubu's Crown, and Stone Skull on Frigg, and then you can go you can add the Head of Mimir and Divine Touch and Bust of Zeus, and you've got max void resist, max melee resist, and high spell damage with lightning spells. And then the other two
Which is the
titans
void kryptonite, right?
exactly. You're going to crush any void titan with that. And then the other two titans are Panthers with max void resist out of the box. So this month of events is all about crushing the void meta. And Osiris is officially out of circulation for defense now. He's not going to have any value once Segundo comes out.
So what you're saying is, we just exited Revenge of the Sith, are in New Hope, and then it'll be Void Strikes Back.
Void Strikes Back. It's very possible. And then, Return of the Goliaths.
Yeah, they come in like little Ewoks.
Yeah.
They're right in.
Return of the Goliaths. What's going on,
so
Chris?
If I can get more into detail about what Prometheus is saying, I think a part he might left, something that might have been left out is when the Void came out, the immediate response was the Elemental Grasp. The Void resists. And so for a while, there was an answer to Void. But since other things have come into play, like the melee and the long range resist, like so on this new guy, new lady, Odin's wife, I have everything in Prometheus' video to make her perfect. And what's weird is that there's no elemental resist. When's the last time you saw a perfect build without an elemental resist?
True.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yes,
the
it's cool.
key
It's cool.
relic.
That's actually what I'm doing right now. I'm running around with Goliaths without elemental resistance on them.
Right.
Vintage
But,
thinks
I mean,
they're prepping us for a new busted troop.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
it's
Don't make me nauseous.
It's definitely a possibility that we're going through a momentary Panther resurgence as the counter void gets solidified, and then there's going to be a new crazy troop. Maybe not necessarily an element, but a troop. They said that there's going to be more troops coming.
Oh, yeah. And I want more
yeah.
troops to come to the game. I just don't want them to be a new element. I want it to be...
Okay, well, you guys, I think that, okay, grandpas of the game, okay, Mr. 3+ years playing the game, everybody on this stream right now, like, hey, they did this to physical, they amped it up, they got crazy with physical for a while, and now they transitioned over to Panthers. So, yeah, it's going to be super crazy, and then there's going to be the next element, the next race, and it's going to go up again.
Void...
Yeah, the rumor I keep hearing going around is that there's a new Hades replacement Fire Titan coming that
Sure.
has
Why not?
Grenadier skill.
Stupid. Yeah, I mean, why not? Yeah, it's going to keep going. Yeah.
They're pushing them grins. They keep pushing them grins.
Are you guys not tired of this Skinner box yet? Wait, what are you talking about, Bo?
Make Grenadiers famous again.
We've had a couple good campaigns.
Back
I
to
think we'll
work.
make Gren's obsolete.
All right, see you later, Polo. Fury's at
There's Gren
home.
again.
All right. It's all right.
Well, when you have 7 elements, like, you can leave Grenadiers in the dust. Like, people will still play the other 6. So
We need that fire troop that's like horde. Is what we need. Horde on fire.
Well, if that's the case, that's like asking for a melee and range version of every element.
That's what we've hoped for. It should be awesome.
All right,
So
this is my big fusion out of all the fusions. It's my last one I'm gonna do. So with the new Solisar, I'm putting in one of my. I'm gonna check this Artemis real quick. This is something that Vintage was asking me the other live stream. So it's Panthers resist lightning. Is the Artemis that I'm thinking about throwing in?
Well, guess what? Solisar has Panthers resist lightning and void at 90% at level 1.
Exactly, and then the other one is the other one that I have at 53 is resist Earth. That's pretty much it.
Dude, until today, I would tell you if you fuse an Artemis, you are super, super, super slow. However, and this is coming from a guy who fuses. I fused a 57 Baba Yags into a 54 Totec. I'm always on the edge, whatever. Like, but an Artemis, it's fun. It's like a Runa or a Valoran. Like you don't know what their defense, like maybe it's a 90% Artemis resist for void, earth, physical, lightning. So it's a nice surprise in defense. But Segundo, I mean, wash away an Artemis if you want.
why are you holding on to Basathi, Zalan?
What?
Queen of the Panthers. Don't let her go.
Oh my god.
Because she's 50. Well, because she's no. Why? Because I have one of everything. This is all collection here. Just that's
Dude,
why.
I'm sure like every 15 Titans, yeah, we're gonna be just angry that you have these, but that's fine.
All right. Anyway, so
Wait a minute, you have a Solisar sitting there. Get rid of the Solisar. Throw
well, I'm
Solisar
going
into
to, but I'm
Solisar.
throwing in Odin too. So anyway, Artemis. One old Artemis, and then Odin. That's the new one I just got, and then
No, it's 2 years ago. You probably should. Yep.
and then
I'm with Vintage that Basathi is horror bad now. She's unplayable. Do not keep Basathi.
there we go. And then also 42 Solisar. This is the old one. This is the old Solisar. So I was waiting to fuse him in anyway. So with the old 42 Solisar, the Odin I just got from the most recent event, and old Artemis, which I don't find any reason to have to level up a second Artemis now. So I'm not concerned. So here I'm going to be able to get my new Solisar up to 48. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Ladies and gentlemen watching at home, the Odin that he is putting in here is the level 1 Odin instead of the 22 one. Don't do that. Put the higher level Odin into your fusion, and don't keep Titan XP trapped in a useless Titan.
No, listen. I only did that because I still have to get that Odin from 22 to 40. That's why.
Okay.
You don't have that. You really want that? What is that?
You don't have Svalin?
No, I don't have all the Pantheon collections done at the same time. So yes, I'm doing both. I stretch myself extremely much over collecting and also trying to keep up with some of these newer Titans at the same time. So yes, I do both as much as I can. So
Svalin's not relevant anymore. You don't need to go after it.
I want to complete all of the collections, and that's just the way it is, Prometheo.
Prometheo, stop fighting with him.
It's just gonna happen. It's not because I want.
You're making him angry.
Well, see, some people want Pandora's box, and I get it. It's still a great substitute for a lot of other relics that aren't available, or you might not have.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
But
yeah, that's a decent relic.
Yeah, but out of all the other relics, except for what is that, Flaming Rune? I think that's one of the ones that also pops up in one of the pantheons. If you don't have one of the, there's 2 fire relics that give you 3 fireballs. One of them is available in the Pantheon. So if you want to grab that, that's another really good one to grab. Just for having it to do just regular ping pong in events, just to make your battles go a lot quicker. But besides those two, I don't recommend that everybody else out there goes and tries to complete all of the Pantheon. Others that are collectors will just do it anyway on their own volition because they're collectors, just like me.
Now, I see that you have boars and tars sitting around, and I think that's a good segue to a comment about the Pantheon collections, in that a lot of people have speculated about there would be, an Egyptian Titan Pantheon collection, or there would be a Tar collection. And my answer to that is, where's the boar collection? And there is none. There's not going to be one. The developers haven't been giving us any Pantheon collections. And my personal view is, if they want to come out with Pantheon collections, then fine, go right ahead. But the way that they should be running the game is that they put Pantheon collections out before there are events to get the Titans. And I'm not going to hold on to Titans because of some theoretical possibility in the future that there might be some relic that they create just to incentivize people to do events.
And I could get behind that and understand that people can feel that way. Obviously, I'm just a collector, and I'm going to have them one of every Titan anyway, just besides the point whether they're going to be in a collection or not. But that's just me. Other players...
Vintage just pointed out that he uses the Fire Tome, and that is one of the ones that I got out of the Pantheon collection.
Yes.
I did get that one.
Yes, the Fire Tome. That was what he was referring to, so yes.
And if I had not gotten rid of Arca and Basathi, then I would have leveled them up to get the Poison one too. That one could be useful as well.
Right. Oh, yeah. Darren Watson. Yeah, one of everything's Alon. Don't let them pressure you. Collectors unite. Yeah, see, that's right.
Not more of a...
And see, right there, I'm holding on to that level 1 Athena right there in Guardians, because as soon as that Athena hits 40, she's going somewhere else. So, yes. And yeah, I could have held on to that other level 1 Odin, but whatever. It's going to be a while until I end up leveling them up. I end up using a lot of Rangers anyway on a regular basis.
Raid with Odin.
Oh, I don't raid with any of the Titans that I'm leveling up for Pantheon. I'm just feeding them other level 1 Titans most of the time, just to get them out of my way. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna?
See, the way I play the game is the minute a Titan becomes obsolete, I fuse them away.
And that's fine. There's plenty of people that play like that. Plenty. Yeah, let's see.
Because I don't. I guess some people like stack up lands. I don't stack lands. I honestly, I just keep a garrison. Only grab lands during events. I don't know why. I just feel like I don't like seeing a lot of red in my attack log.
I don't think many do. Let's take him in. Who is that?
Oh yes, this freak is amazing. Look at this.
All right, Brady. Have a good one. Extinction, don't buy into it. Vintage says I can't talk though. I have so many old garbage Titans. Right? That's what Extinction's what is it? Titan Graveyard. That's what that's all about.
Well, Vintage actually won the game. Don't you know that?
That's right.
He won Dawn of Titans. He did a video where he showed us that he won Dawn of Titans. He had everything.
Like all the relics, all the Titans?
Pretty sure. I think Vintage's account was completely maxed in every way with everything and every Titan.
Yes.
And we got to see it, and I think winners are entitled to quit, and he did. And now he's still dabbling a little bit, but I applaud Vintage for winning the game and then taking some time away from it.
Well, and it wasn't just I had everything and I did everything. He was swapping out random shield relics to mess with people, so they couldn't beat him. I mean, he's a war veteran, so.
Yeah, there you go. He says he finished the Pantheon. Most of them are in the ping pong graveyard. Yeah, right?
Yeah, whatever you're doing in the game, whenever you're doing it, wherever you are, Vintage has already been there and done that.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Except for pulling good 5-star golden relics. Except, well, he has the Infiltrator one, like me. He has this. He's got the Infiltrator one like me, and now Vintage and myself are gonna make the 5-star Infiltrator relic good again with Segundo. That's what's gonna happen.
That was a good jab, Zwan.
It was a good jab. That's the one thing. It was going to be better if the Infiltrator relic wasn't the one that I pulled, and that it's also going to be actually relevant with Segundo coming out. So it pretty factual up until now. So.
Well, dude, like I heard him complain about that one and the other one he got, like being the worst out of 7. And then, like, when I saw you get it, I'm like, oh, those stats aren't that bad. Like, I would take that.
Yeah.
Armor piercing's a 4x multiplier on your power. So if you aren't building for it, then
look at that. Another green.
You're giving up the armor arms race. You gotta go after armor piercing for a serious attack build, and 60% for your troops is nothing to sneeze at. And yeah, Night Whisper has 255, so the 300 on your Titan doesn't look so crazy. But you know what? We're in a new meta with new Titans coming, and there could be new solo infiltrators that are going to really shine with that relic.
Mithy, I just got a green. Somebody just attacked me with a Jinshu. The rat? Yeah, the rat. That's him.
There you go.
And that's just solo Frigg. That's amazing.
And look, yeah, this guy is castle level 25. And the troops are level 23, 20.
Well, get ready to cry about Segundo. You're going to cry about that all day. You're going to be laughing about the rat right now, but...
I put it in the title card of my Frigg video, I put triple threat. And what I meant by that is you got the Titan, you've got the Goliaths, and you've got the Maidens. And so there's 3 major components to her that can each be maxed out in their own way.
Yeah, I got level 12 Goliaths on my base right now.
Yeah. So you got nothing as far as troops go. So it's only the Titan that matters there.
Hey, I think my level 12 Goliaths matter. I just caught on. They matter. I bet they matter. Probably. Yeah, that Titan is. Yeah, she's bringing back the old days. Unkillable Freya. Oh look, he's trying again. He's trying again with another Titan. Let's see if he gets through.
Space King says the best vintage video is Meet the Titans, hands down. Nice. Alright, so I got all my fusion done. That's good. I still had 2.8 million food left over.
This is why I need Asgardian Blade. Oh, man. Her resistances are now only like 40-something%. I need... Let's see if he burns my castle.
Alright. Alright, who should I go?
Don't get your hopes up. She doesn't have range resistance, so she'll go down to Maidens.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Like, I'm looking at her mines right now. Right now, my Frigg only has 58 melee resistance and 18 range. And I think 18 range... Oh, her mistletoe. That's where it's coming from. That's the first one I maxed. Frigg's mistletoe. Okay. Is there any more Titan resistance against range relics that I could put on her?
Divine Touch, Gungnir, Hunter's Bow, and Bountiful Harvest.
Yeah, I don't have any of those. I wasn't playing when those came out, so...
Bountiful Harvest. I got that maxed. Bountiful Harvest.
Oh, do you really? Wow, nice job.
Yeah, I do. Be quiet, Chance.
Hey, how do you get Bountiful Harvest?
No, I'm saying it was random. Yeah.
What event was that in? The Harvest Relic.
I could have sworn we got it for free. Didn't we get that for free?
It was like
they dropped it as a free gift at one point.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Hope it comes
Like
back
2-3
around.
months ago.
I need that. Wow, this guy's gonna be attacking my base all day. Still burning. I'm thinking Void. I'm thinking he's gonna use a Void Titan this time around to get through, or a Panther Titan.
So here's a question for everybody in the chat and for everybody here in the Discord. Who are you using to just grind just battles, going and playing,
Solisar.
Your new
Grenadiers.
Solisar? Yeah.
I use them with Grenadiers against higher level castles, and Panthers against castles level that's around me.
Mm. Super great versatile relic. Yeah, it is. Darren, I agree.
So, Scrub, if you round out that build with the max range resistance with the red hair and the storm rune, then you can get to 88% resist all elements along with max range resistance. And that's a formula that I've used with Shadow Dancer on the Paladin version of Grimwald to stop maidens. But I think anything other than that, anyone who knows what they're doing will easily take your Titan down in seconds with maidens.
All right, so I should probably take the Bust of Zeus offer and the Storm Prophecy then? Or no? Or leave Storm Prophecy? Because I was going to use that for the Goliaths for the range and melee resistance.
Yeah, Storm Prophecy's alright. I think, doesn't that have Titan elemental resistance on the first skill?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine for you if you're doing a Titan build. Yeah, you could do that and red hair. Did you get, red hair?
I had Lulu's crown on her. I need to put red hair on hers.
Yeah.
Lulu's crown for some reason.
Level 58 Corruptor. Nice, Darren. But you don't know how you feel about him. See, I don't know if I would, if I didn't have a good feeling about a Titan, I don't know if they'd be level 58 though.
Prometheus, I just defended against his Baba Yaga as well.
What?
Oh, homeboy has got some frustration going on.
I can screenshot and send you.
Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
god, wow.
And my Goliath is 12. So I know it's the Titan. And I'll tell you, the rest of her relics besides Mistletoe are level 1. I think I forged like 300 one-star relics into it today just to get it to level 10. But I mean, I'm going to work on maxing out the rest. I just need like 300 more relics. That's why I'm glad when these 3 relic drops, a raid events come, so I can stack up on relics.
Oh,
yeah, do you have a 4-star Dragon Helm?
Yes, but it's resist against Earth. That's what I got her on.
That's fine. You can use that on there.
But it's only level 1, so...
That's better than Lubu's crown for you.
All right, y'all. I'm going to go grab dinner, but if you're still streaming later, I might test back.
All right, Ice. Probably
All right,
not.
peace.
I'm probably not going to be out too late.
Zolan, great Monday night DT. Chance, Scrub, Pro. Talk to y'all later.
Nice, love you,
Later, Ice.
buddy.
Yep, cheers.
Love you, pal.
That is amazing.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna go to bed too. It was a good night.
All right, Chance. Have a good night.
Good night.
I'm actually pretty proud of that. That's actually... This is making me smile. Like, they're bringing back defense titans. Like, now defense plays an important part in this game now. Like, I don't know. Pretty happy about that.
Really?
Imagine just when we
That's interesting to
do
hear.
level
That's
up.
interesting to hear that, Scrub. I just don't know a lot of people that would just jump right on with that right off the bat because it's just been something that people have been complaining about for way too long about defensive titans. But I'm glad to hear that people are starting to see the light, I guess, in the sense that there are defensive titans and more than one that you can actually use.
I feel satisfaction because, like, when you did the event, it's always that chance that this Titan might not be as relevant because you see the videos on YouTube, her getting taken down, and then you just wonder, like, dang, and that person probably has max relics. Yeah. Here's mine sitting on my castle. I'm getting greens all day. Now, it's either something wrong with their Titans, or I don't know, or she's better than first time I've gotten green since I played in a month. And this is against people with level 25 castles, so that's a big plus.
Well, it means you're doing something right.
No, this Titan, this is what Paladins are supposed to be. Paladins are supposed to be tanks. Just like Infiltrators, I don't think they're supposed to buff troops more as long. They're supposed to buff themselves. They're supposed to be able to go in the garrison and take out almost everything. I say almost because I think ranged units are good against Infiltrators, but not with that Relic, apparently. 85, what range resist for the Trickster Blaze? That's the one you got? Tricksters, the Norse one?
Yeah.
Have you tried it on Infiltrator yet? Who's your best Infiltrator? Let me guess, Bass?
I have my Trickster's Blades on my Arya.
Oh. Is she as good as Bass? I mean, I don't really see a lot of people with her around. I don't really see a lot of her.
I have her because I put him on her because it makes her extremely strong. But I mean, I have my Night Whisper, my Max Night Whisper on my level 57 Bast. I mean, she does very well. But she only has 28k damage in comparison to Arya doing 65 with 100% crit. And oh gosh, what else?
Hey, are you guys trying to steal all the members from Knights? This is the third person today that says, I will go to Dragons. What is going on? Why is everybody leaving Knights?
Oh, I don't know. Why?
Okay.
That's interesting.
No, it's just we're losing VP every time somebody heads out.
Yeah.
I mean, Knights is it's well rounded. Everybody has something different on their base.
Monday is a hinge day. All day, you have to expect a 24-hour cycle of people coming and going, more or less.
Okay.
I mean, this is like this in Dragons. It's like this in every single other NTG alliance. And people are coming and going on Mondays for at least a 24-hour cycle, because people obviously are waking up and or getting off of work at different times. Scrub, if you're talking, we can't understand you.
Train NTG, he has a set. Somebody else has, I guess, the human paladin, Korthan. Mm-hmm. And then we got Minotaur. We got Astaroth. We got, let's see, another Minotaur. A Sarkon.
Are you just reading off to us the Titans that are on people's castles right now?
Yeah, I mean, NTG.
You don't need to be reading off what's on NTG castles.
Yeah, yeah,
it's okay.
Not a good idea.
But it's also confidential information, so.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I mean, you just don't want to advertise what people are using on defense.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I mean.
Actually, I honestly thought you were just reading off on one person's castle, like who he had on all of his lands, and yeah, but. If you're, especially if you're talking about people's garrisons.
Their defense is unbreakable. I wouldn't even try. I mean, they won't beat it. I wouldn't even try. You'll just be wasting 6 Porter Stones. Wink, wink. How's that? Was that a good cover?
A little bit. But yes, so make sure you definitely don't read anything off in the future.
I just like the diversity. Like, not everybody is, stuck
Oh,
on.
no, definitely not. Definitely not.
As you would see in, Legends League. Legends League, it was everything across the board. Everybody had the same thing. Because I think players that played longer, they all think the same. They all played for a longer time, so they know more about the game. Maybe it's experience, right?
Some might say. Some might say it's just, based on what events you played and what's the best thing you can put together right now. Should I hit little D? Should I hit D's garrison? No, I shouldn't even bring that up because people will be like, yeah, do it.
You can't. She's in the same alliance as you.
No, I was talking about little D over in Knights.
Oh, she doesn't play that, does she?
No, she'll get her notification on one of her old phones. Your garrison was hit by Zalan. Alright, so let's see. NTG Legends is in here. Dragons. And there's Knights. Oh, nice. So we got all three. The only thing is, Apparently, Hammer's on the first master server, so...
Server, right? Did
Yeah.
anybody stay in Legends? I mean, in Legends.
Yeah, War is in Legends.
War stayed.
Yeah, but they're on server 2 though. Still, they're trying to not be on server 1 if they can avoid it. So,
Can what is it? The alliance leader just move the whole alliance, or it doesn't work like that in this game?
You can move if you don't want to be on a particular server. You can use shells and move an alliance, yeah, but it just takes time, and a lot of times,
he will.
Again,
he will
that's a 24-hour cycle situation a lot of times, because not everybody is going to be able to move all at the same time of the day, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of times it takes a full 24 hours for information to be all seen and all acted upon, which again makes
I saw that it was level 100, wasn't it? The plinth in the middle for Hammer.
Yeah.
It's got like the blue insignia, and it says level 100. I'm guessing Mac.
Yeah, well, you there's the ability for you to be able to move only if it's absolutely necessary. But where is Dee? She should be coming now, right? Because we mentioned her name a few times. Extinction, I know.
Did she say how that what was she cooking that night for her husband? How did it turn out?
Oh, apparently the cookies didn't turn out all that great. Apparently,
the cookies. I think the pork she put in the oven.
Oh no, I don't have a confirmation. I don't have any confirmation on that either, unfortunately. But what we are gonna do is I did promise to pull some tokens and hopefully get a Thorg. So trying to get a paladin, you know. Actually, I probably should.
All 4 stars are guaranteed paladins.
Oh, we'll see.
Oh, like last time, you already pulled the Helga. Don't push your luck.
Right. There's a 3-star Thran. This is what I normally get. I normally get either 3 stars still better than the 2 stars I normally get. I usually get 2 stars. There's a level 25 Malix. So.
I just don't understand their reasoning behind 2 stars at 39% chance, 3 stars at 17%, and a 4 stars 3%.
Oh, it's low. There's another Luna. All right, I gave it 3 pools. I'm not usually typically getting. I typically don't get what I'm looking for on a pretty regular basis, but there's those magic moments where, and a lot of times I set myself up for it this last time too. I even said, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to pull something amazing, and it was only because I was seeing some pretty decent luck on some of the other things that I was doing, like the 4-star event relics.
They was probably watching the stream, and they felt happy for you, so they was looking like,
that would be awesome if that would be the case, but
let's run the numbers.
It's definitely not the case, unfortunately. Oh wow, I got a bunch of Titans.
Nah, honestly, for you showing them so much support, them showing you support in return would be
it did happen when we were part of the Social Power Players program. So I mean, there was some definite support, and they still do give us the brand new Titans. It just takes the person to act upon making videos for it. Of course, Godan does that quite often, so I usually don't take the time to make videos on the brand new Titans.
But his videos, they don't exactly give him the Titan fully max. They give it to him at I think level 50.
Well, yeah, they give you 3 of them. They give you 3 of them at level 50, so you can make a level 60 Titan. Pretty much.
And they don't even give him all the relics sometimes, which is...
Well, yeah. There's that too. Well, you just don't have... You don't have a lot of relics that are in between major events. And a lot of those are what people use to be able to make Titans super awesome and amazing. So, not having all the relics that most people would normally have, that has maxed castle and that has a lot of those things, makes it so that you can't, you're correct, not show off the Titan at a full capacity. So,
Which, if they were smart, they would give him full access to everything because everybody's seen I think, would see the full potential of the Titan. He'll be more inclined to, do the events.
It just comes down to if the SPP program was ever to be fully functional again and actually have somebody that would be operating on the developer's side, all we'd have to do is just ask for more gems. Asking for a few 100,000 gems, and then you can just gem your account up to being maxed. I mean, I would have done it already if the program was still, going on. And
I actually saw a little glitch on one of your videos. You pulled a Norse relic from the 1K.
Yeah,
Panther.
which was kind of weird.
Has it happened to you on your real account?
Oh no.
Okay.
Not at all.
I just thought it was something
it was in that one video,
was
which was very strange. Which I thought that was only supposed to be something you could only get through in the 2K. Isn't it gross that fusing a level 50 Titan into a level 50 Titan still doesn't max it? It's right. You have to put 3 level 50s in. It is overkill, though, because that third level 50 does max it out to 61. So... But I'm gonna play these 50 portal stones down in battles, and then I'm gonna see how many orb stones I have, and then it'll probably be at least one battle's worth. I'll go into Conquest one more time, and probably call it a stream. I do hope everybody gets everything that they want out of this Conquest, which means battle as much as you can. If you have safe portal stones, use them all. And of course, all the portal stones they give you in this event, don't save them for anything else. This is the event to use them in. So, yes, you might say, oh, Segundo is coming, and we talked a lot about Segundo in this stream. So, if you're trying to stay up on the more or less summer Panther meta that is more or less here and coming our way, then this new Segundo might be what you are looking for. These aren't the Titan.
Well, we'll know for sure Wednesday. They'll have a blog updated.
Oh yeah.
And we'll see the skills for sure.
And it will be then decided whether there will be mass craziness or not. But that's the thing, though, too. We'll get a little bit more information on some of the other future events that are going to be coming out in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I see they actually failed to do that last week. They just put Frigg, and then that was it.
Yep.
It was nothing about Conquest. It was nothing about anything else. It was just Frigg, and that was it.
Because they knew that all the stuff in this Conquest people really weren't going to be that excited about.
Yeah, I see that they're giving away Siegfried for free, basically, to every player. There's nobody that's going to be under 10,000, so everybody's getting a Siegfried.
Yep.
I guess he's just like Dionysus, except he does not summon troops and does not have Omega Archers.
Siegfried was one of the first few X-skilled Titans back in the day. Actually, I think he might have been the first X-skilled Titan. I don't want to be misquoted though, so I'm just gonna say he was one of the first few. But Mamesh was soon after, and I'm pretty certain Wukong was also X-skilled.
Well, I guess they did give us a heads up to what's coming after Segundo, and it's another alliance war, and it's Putrid Pipes. That's why I don't think they're both alliance wars, because they're back to back.
That could happen.
When one it ends Monday and another one starts.
Oh, Putrid Pipes is going to be. I think that's going to be a Relic event.
Yeah, it said Putrid Pipe Relic Alliance War. I don't even know what putrid pipes is.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a, guess what? It's going to be a Panther relic. Putrid means...
Yes, putrid with, poison,
It's going to be a poison.
So you think they're not going to include his relic in his own event? They're going to put it in a...
No, what they're going to do is it's going to be an awesome poison relic because it's going to be something that can be used on any poison titan, not specifically on Segundo. Because what they do with some of these relic events is they put out some of these relics that they know is going to be relevant to just anybody that has a good poison titan. So if you're trying to work with whatever specific... And they also may not be like... The first skill may not be titan poison damage. It may be a more universal Panther relic just because then you might be able to use it also on your Solisar as well.
Yeah, so I'm starting to see that Solisar can't use a lot of the Panther relics
Yup.
that you normally would use.
Yup. There are limitations sometimes like that, so you have to be a little bit wary because a lot of people might say, "Oh wow, it's awesome. Everybody else says this new Solisar was really going to be good," and then you realize that the Panther relics that you normally have, you don't have a lot of them because Panthers haven't really been in the meta for a long time. So you may realize that all those Panther relics that you do have can't be used by Solisar, and you're a little sort of out of luck on that situation.
Let me see, with 2 days and 7 hours, will I be able to finish this conquest if I'm at the beginning of Plinth 9, level 9?
What?
I'm thinking so.
Yeah! If you're at Plinth 9 right now,
yeah,
you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, you don't need to stretch at all. Just cruise all the way through 10. You'll be good.
Yeah. You could...
Zalan, I just posted something onto my YouTube channel for folks. If you are wondering about your big fusion, what result you're going to get to, there's a spreadsheet that I use for my own purposes that I've just posted a link on my Google Drive for you. So you can go in there and download it, and it's pretty straightforward. You might have to tinker with it a little bit to make it work just right, but on the calculator tab, you can lay out what you're fusing together, and it'll tell you what level you're going to get out of the resulting Titan.
Yeah, I actually liked on one of your videos. You know exactly what Star Titan is worth, how much XP.
Yep, that spreadsheet has the whole database built into it. You can review the numbers. It also, if you go back to my fusion tax video from a couple years ago, all that data and analysis is built into that spreadsheet, so you can tinker around and find those graphs in there.
That's actually what I'm working on tonight. I'm actually keep refreshing my portal stones so I can increase my food limit before this fusion event is over with, because my Titan Hall is full with 231 Titans, and most of them are 1 stars, and I'm trying to, just get rid of them. I'm trying to make room. Not necessarily get rid of them, but consolidate them. So I'm 1 stars into 1 stars because it costs entirely too much food to use a 1 star into anything.
Put them all directly into a 4 star if you can.
Well, it costs too much food. If you try to put it into a high level 4 star, it costs entirely too much food.
I hear you. Put them into 4 stars if you can. Food you can get by playing more.
Food 3 stars. If you got food 3 stars that you know you're gonna fuse up for your fusion event, you could also just dump them in there. Because not everybody's gonna have 4 stars that they know they're gonna fuse. That's the other thing.
Well, right now I'm in the process of saving all my berserkers because something's telling me that I haven't seen a berserker event since Uranus? Or I think he was the last one. And I just feel like there's gonna be a big berserker I think change coming, because I haven't seen a berserker Titan come out besides Uranus.
Darren, you're right.
I will.
Don't be surprised if the Putrid event is changed to a solo event like Earth Drums. I think it will be. I think it'll be a solo. It'll be a solo relic event like Earth Drums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. So the thing about going into 1-stars as XP batteries, it's actually not a terrible plan because you don't lose a whole lot of XP that way. I'm just, saying there is still an extra cost to that. So, if you can go straight into the 4-star, fine. But it is correct that if you have to level up 1-stars as XP batteries, then it's better than the alternative of just having your Titan Hall fill up and not being able to solve the problem and then losing the fusion event.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like most of these 1-stars are Guardians, and I'm just waiting on a Guardian 4-star that I can fuse them into. So that's like my next goal is getting the Guardian.
Class-to-class fusion is the best. The best.
Yeah. I know a quick way to get rid of them would be to just throw them all into a Titan that's not the same class, but
some people do that. Some people play that way. Some people say they don't care at all about class, and they just, as soon as they see a new Titan, they just dump straight everything into that Titan. So,
Did you get 2 frigs?
I did. I already fused the other one into my other frig.
Oh!
I only need 1.
All right.
I felt the disappointment. Hey, I needed her to get to 56 today, and that was like the final push. I pulled with my Titan token I had from the 2030 altar. I pulled the level 25 Oluna, and I threw her straight into Frig 2. Like I'm just trying to max the meta. I feel like with 2 Frigs, I don't have enough relics for both of them. I have enough relics for just one of them.
Well, that is also thinking towards what you have, because there are a lot of players that, just depending on what their relics are. Like, for instance, I got 2 Osirises, and I thought to myself, I was like, I have enough relics that I could do one Osiris as, Horde, and I could do another Osiris as Skeletons. And I was like, I'm fine with that. I got the relics to do that. So
these issues that you're raising, these issues that you're raising are all the classic traps of the early to mid game, and in my opinion, natural motion. If there's any chance you're listening out there, you got to fix these problems so that early to mid game players don't have to run into the challenges of not having enough food for fusion events, not having a way of solving these issues of getting Titans leveled. You need to make it easier to increase the size of the Titan Hall so that people can keep more food around between fusion events. Increase the food limit so that people can be ready when a fusion event does come. These things are going to result in huge quality of life improvements for early game players, and late game players will not get upset about changing those things.
Well, my biggest problem today was, I filled up my relic slots. I can hold 210 because I think I bought 10 a long time ago and it cost me 250 gems. But if it keeps costing 250 gems, that adds up. So I can hold 210. The overflow holds 500. I was at 400 and something today. Close at the in the overflow.
Yeah,
the best use of gems in the whole game is to fill out your whole relic storage to the max of 600.
What? I thought of something real quick. What if they made the cost of food, to, like, for instance, gemming food, like, not spending money on food, like creating packs for Fusion Day, for you to spend money on. But what if they made, like, the cost of food to, like, use gems or a little portion of gems to be able to get your food back up? What if they made it like half the cost? I'm just trying to think of something that would make it so that, say you only have a few hours left in the event, you've spent every single bit of food that you possibly could to fuse all the Titans up that you possibly could. If there would just be any other way to be able to help out some of those players and make it so that maybe even just the cost of purchasing food with gems would even be less expensive. Just so.
Yeah, no, I would go farther than that. I would say every fusion event should be double food time, so that all your raids give you double food.
Double food. That's an idea.
And you should get free conversion of gold to food.
Ah.
So turn all your gold into food for free and get double food from all raids. Nobody would complain about that.
A one-to-one? Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that I would love that. Because I'm sitting here and, like, even at this level, I bet it's harder for you guys. When your max house level, just say you're upgrading, which probably takes weeks, if not days, or days, if not weeks, and your castle is full of food, and you got nothing to build on, and you just, it's not an opportune time to just forge relics or forge titans because you want to wait for a fusion event. Now you're just sitting with all this food and, like, it makes no sense. And then on one day, they give it to you for literally 24 hours. You got to burn everything. It's kind of impossible.
Nickerman,
and then you're going to run out of food.
Frig event took so long and lots of gems. Vintage just says raid more.
Yeah, but Porter Stones stopped. Even if, like, I can see if Porter Stones just kept going. But if you're going to put a limit on Porter Stones, to a max of 30, even for your high-level players, it kind of makes no sense. That it just doesn't keep running. It should keep running. This way, I would be able to raid more. Except, once I run out of Portal Stones, either I buy more with gems, I gotta sit and wait 7 minutes per stone. Makes no sense.
Well, if you don't want to spend portal stones during Conquest, then doing Capture Ping Pong is a great way to do it. You need to have a partner for that.
Yeah, but you lose out on XP.
You do.
Well, XP, in the long run, XP from fights is maybe 40% of the total XP that you get. And you'll actually
D would say you're not getting
XP.
VP. You're not getting your VP.
Yeah,
and you're not getting VP.
Yeah, VP is nice, I get it. But trust me, you'll cover the value of the XP you're losing with the potion drops that you're getting. And so Cap Ping Pong is more efficient for gaining XP in the long run. And you can make up the VP later in the week.
Yeah, well, I had to stop capping PP today. I actually was doing that for probably the first 2 hours of the event until I realized I'm getting way too many. I'm getting way too many. I need food. I need this because I'm getting 3 drops every time, and you can imagine how fast those PP goes. That my storage filled up before I even knew it. I couldn't even collect troops because I wasn't losing troops. I was just raiding, not losing troops. I'm just filling up everything. And at a point, you're looking like, damn, now I have to stop. Because after you fill up, can you even get any more? Like, after you fill up your relic inventory, even the overflow, can you even get any more? And then once you get a 4-star, you look like, now, wow, that's something I can't use away. Because in these events where they give us 3 drops guaranteed, you're going to run across a couple of 4-stars that you don't have. Like right now, I have so many 4-stars I can't use because I don't have the Titans for them. I have no Void Titans. I have Void 4-stars. I have Ice 4-stars. I have no Ice Titans.
Well, you'll get some soon enough. You'll get some. You'll get some. Don't you worry.
Yeah, but when it comes down to fusing, and you got a lot of 4-stars, and like I have like no 2-star relics because those are the ones I use away first because I was told to keep all my 4-star relics. But in the day, it's like if I keep them, I got less space to work with.
It's true.
And if they're not on the Titan, they're just holding up space.
This is true.
Until I get a Titan I can use them on.
That's right.
You gotta unlock all 600 relic slots. It's a must-do.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and use the gems now. Best use of gems in the game.
Is unlocking the relic slots, yep. And the unfortunate thing is when the developers do unlock more relic inventory, they make you pay for it in gems. You still gotta unlock those spots.
Exactly. And I definitely recommend folks getting the 4th builder, even though you have to pay gems for that. I got the 5th builder too, and I think it probably kept me from spending more gems on rushing buildings. If you're ever going to spend gems on rushing buildings, then get the last builder.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I have 4 builders, but buying that 4th builder really took a toll on me because I was looking like that's a lot of gems. That's what gems I can be using to skip.
Back in the day, there was multiple. What was it? Relic, or what's it called? Building tokens. There was 2 times that they were offered a long time ago. What was it? 2017? I think twice. And I got both of them, making it so that my 4th and 5th builders were like, they were like super cheap. Or no, my 3rd and 4th builders were super cheap. And some people were able to work with that.
All I ask for is another arcane place and another armory, because if I have to upgrade troops one at a time and they take days, that's also a problem.
They take weeks.
Not gonna happen.
They take weeks and months eventually. So I think that's one of the last things they're gonna do is add that, because that's the one thing that holds progression. So
spells one at a time, upgrading troops one at a time. Oh man.
Yeah, another thing that I think they should do for lower castle players is that they should make the progression from level to level on castle be much more direct. The way it's currently set up, with it being a maze of having to unlock this and that and the other thing so that you can do your garrison upgrade, and then that unlocks your castle. It takes way too long for new players to get into the game. We need people to ramp up much faster, and I think that turning it into a system where every level there's one thing that you need to do to unlock the next castle level would make a lot more sense. Or maybe 2 things. Maybe you have it be that you need to do your garrison and your army camp, or your garrison and your arcane forge. But it shouldn't be this complicated thing, and the farms should never be part of the dependency for getting to the next castle level. And I think that as of right now they are, because you have to get storages upgraded in order to do your garrison.
Yeah, Vintage just said that. He says upgrading farm and mines being a gating factor for upgrading castle level is just awful. Agreed.
Yeah, right now, like my farms and my gold mines are behind, and I'm running into this problem where my gold storage is, I need 3 level 9 farms, but I only have 8. And it's 3 for each one, so it makes no sense. I can only upgrade 2, and I'm still going to be short 1 because I don't have the extra farm. And when I go to see if it's a farm I could build, it's no farm. It just has a check on it.
Yeah,
so
I think in order to get players into the game faster, they need to make it so that essentially the time it takes to go from one castle level to the next should be tied to the time it takes to upgrade 1 troop. And then doing that, or maybe 2 troops. That way, a player can commit to just driving through the castle, leveling, and also leveling 1 or 2 types of troops as they go, and get to level 20 within, should be no more than about 4 months to get to level 20, and have 2 troops that are level 20, because then you're entering the mid game and you can really play for real.
For reals.
Oof, all these alliances, man. What is it, 50 alliances per server?
Well,
and the lowest servers have...
Yeah.
And the lower stages have more servers.
Yeah, well, I mean, what is it? Masters has like 7 servers. There's like, what is it? 2 Legends servers. Yeah. The lower leagues do have a lot more servers, but they also have a lot of dead servers, too. Of alliances, filled with
that's why I say I don't think they remove players, do they? They don't remove players that created accounts, do they?
I don't think so. There are a lot of dead accounts and a lot of dead servers. They're banking on people coming back.
Is there a cap on how many lands you can have, or no?
Let's see. 30 lands.
30.
I mean, I sit on 23. I think I have. I castle 25. Because as your castle goes up in level, you do get another land occasionally. It's not every castle level, but you do get another land occasionally along the way. But then after that, it's just straight up buying lands.
Pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my recommendation is don't ever sit on your max lands because you might accidentally click to spend your gems on increasing your lands. So whenever you have the max number of lands, just go ahead and delete one of them so that you're not sitting at your cap, because I've accidentally clicked that and spent gems when I didn't mean to, and they will not refund it.
Yeah. How many lands do you have there, Prometheo?
I have 26. I wanted to stay at 25, but I accidentally clicked the 26, and they said sorry.
See, to go from 23 to 24, it costs 6,500 gems. So I say no.
Yeah, if I accidentally clicked to take from 26 up to 27, I think it's another 20k gems.
20k?
That's about the cost of the 5th builder.
Yeah, well, yeah. But the 5th builder, getting the 5th builder and being like a mid-castle level, that 5th builder comes in pretty handy when all your stuff starts taking weeks to get done.
Yeah, if you're thinking in the long run that you want to be level 25, I think just save up your daily gems, get the 5th builder, because you're eventually going to want it, and the longer you have it, the more benefit you get out of it. But if you're running out of gold so that you can't keep your upgrades going, then just wait and get it when your economy is not going to be hit much.
Yeah, I see they're willing to sell red gems, and the fact that they don't want to sell divine gems
is because they want to have a currency that people have to acquire.
Yeah, and work for in the long run.
Okay, so I was wrong. My next land costs me 12,200 gems.
Okay. That 20,000 sounded a lot.
Divine gem altar. Do you honestly think that the blessed titans are actually worth 12,000 divine gems?
No.
So you don't. So you think those are irrelevant, right? The ancient titans for 10k, the blessed ones for 12. They're still holding life spark and Necrosa at 15,000.
Yeah.
Never spend divine gems on a titan, unless maybe you're just really fixated on Necrosa or life spark because you can pick them. But we're already reaching a point where it doesn't look like that's worth it either. We're
starting to reach a point where they're already starting to tilt towards they're not. And we've seen this before. We've seen this, and it happened a lot sooner. I feel like actually with previous titans like Oni and Huntress, and with Chernobog. Not so much Bellabog. Bellabog kind of was crappy right out the gate, but. But Chernobog was pretty awesome and amazing, and then of course, a few weeks to a month later, it was like, all right, nobody cares.
Yeah, Chernobog I think came out right before the all element resist. It was right before Minotaur, and so he was like Imperial's Valorn with maidens, and then we see Minotaur. It's like, oh well, now we're in a completely different game.
Now Vintage says Oni and Huntress were never that good. Yeah.
Yeah. Extinction. Do you have max lands? What's the last land cost? Do you know?
Alex is saying, does anyone have Oni and Huntress? Well, the test accounts do. Test accounts do. I have Oni and Huntress on the test account.
But, I mean, on your account, how many of those, ancient titans do you have?
Well, what do you mean? Oh, you mean the Divine Titans? Yeah, well, Arya and Urkon were the first ones, and then they had Bellabog and Chernobog, and then they had Oni and Huntress, and now they have Necrosa and Lifespark. So those are the 4 generations of Divine Titans, and Necrosa and Lifespark, of course, are not on my test account, but the other 6 are. So.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to have to go for dinner. It was good chatting with you.
All right, Prometheo.
All right.
I'm running down the last 8 stones. I'll probably be able to do 3 more battles. Yep, 3 more battles. And then, what do we got? We have enough to do 2 conquest battles, and then we're out of here.
All right, have a good one.
Have a good one, Prometheo. Thank you for being here.
Ooh, Plant 4. That's
Right,
not bad.
Alex. Legit accounts. Legit test accounts. I just like to say that. But that's... Alright, Eric. Eric's going to dinner as well. Does anyone... let's see. 6,500 for me, and I only have 23. Really? Wait a second. Extinction, you only have 23 just like me? Wow, I would have expected you to be max leveled. I mean, max lands.
If he has farms at level 14, that means Extinction stole those farms.
No, I think he's talking about having farms at 14
Oh, his okay.
inside of his castle.
Does people even like utilize that anymore? Since I see a lot of people with the food glitch where they have absurd amounts of food and gold.
Yes, there are definitely players that have gotten the food glitch over their time of playing the game. So of course those players don't have to worry about it. But besides from that, you know, everybody else is pretty much in the boat of you just gonna have to, you know, grind and get your resources.
Yeah, grind, get your resources, and raid for them.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just gonna tell you, if you just play events on a regular basis, as long as you play events, even the ones during the week, you're gonna have, you know, enough resources. I mean, for the most part, I'm always at max gold or max food. I don't know, like 75% of the time, just because a majority of the stuff that I'm doing, like upgrading my troops, it's taken weeks, you know, and upgrading buildings, I only have, I think it's something like 9 more upgrades building-wise, and then I'm going to be done. There will be no more building upgrades, period. I'll have everything upgraded at Castle 25. So, wait, you know.
But you'll be working on then troops and spells, right?
It's just going to be troops and spells after that. Yeah, for the most part. I mean, with all and it's all food based, so gold is going to become completely useless here very shortly, except for maybe getting a land refresh every once in a while if I jump from Masters to Legend League. That's the only time I end up.
I'm actually surprised that you're raiding with Helga. I would thought that you would, you know, mostly choose, you know, infiltrators or rangers to raid with because it's, you know, faster.
Yeah, just like raiding with Helga. I don't know. She gets no troop loss. I can change it up a little bit. It's my last battle, but I can change it up real quick. I can just show off Arya real quick, because I always enjoy going in with her.
Sorry, wait. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did pull that 7K Divine. That's why you're down on Divine Gems.
Yeah, the 870.
Which one did they give you again? Was it the Infiltrator one, correct?
The Infiltrator one, yep.
Oh, man.
All right, so this is...
Yeah, I figured you for a Berserker / you know, Ranger player, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, Arya's got the Trickster's Blades, so here we go. Just show her off with that, because she still has a few more levels to go, and her last X skill is still going to keep her damage up. Plus, whenever I throw that last relic on, when she's at 60, we'll see exactly how.
Now, did you use those relics, those relic XP ones on the? Yeah,
I used it on.
New 5-star
I used it on Frigg. Oh, on the new 5-star, no. Because
you know, Assault gave the
I used
XP in the Relic ones.
In the Relic XP. I used all the Relic XP that I had on other relics that I was working on at the time, and I wasn't thinking
4 stars.
Other 4-star relics. Yeah, I wasn't concerned about any 5 stars at the time, just because I didn't know I was gonna. I didn't think I was even gonna pull that golden 5-star relic. So I'm on Plinth 6 and halfway to 7 with the goal of at least finishing Plinth 8. Nice, Austin Bird. That's good. Finishing 8 is it's a good goal on a conquest if you're not thinking about going all the way. 8 is going to give you still a 4-star Titan and a lot of other really good rewards along the way. So,
Yeah, I don't know. Conquest give more divine gems than a regular alliance will. So, I mean, honestly, that's why I look forward to Conquest.
There you go. I'm going to go in soloing with Arya. I like soloing with Arya. Just straight up her and one troop. She'll take care of everything. She's crazy.
Titan critical, Titan ice damage, Titan critical, Titan ice damage. Oh, well, I guess that's pretty good for her since that relic gives her all the armor piercing she needs, right?
No, all the armor piercing comes from the if I had Night Whisperer or the new golden 5-star. I have the Asgardian blade, or yeah, which one do I have on her? The 5-star that I have on her right now is the
Trickster blades.
Trickster blades, yeah. I was gonna say Asgardian blades. Yeah. Just because they're the 70% Titan damage, that's what I want. That Titan damage right there. And with the melee and ranged resist as well, she basically doesn't take a lot less damage than she normally did back in the day. But yeah, for a non-summoner, non-invoke Titan, Arya is still a beast. Which was nuts because during the boss battle, I was able to take this level 56 Arya in and take down, what was it, like the second to last? Or, yeah, I think it was second to last because we weren't on the last level yet. Because it was the first day of that clan boss event. But anyway, so we're out of stones. I'm still going to keep grinding after the stream, but I do want to be able to wrap up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Conquest. We'll do 2 Conquest battles, and then that'll be it. I'm not going to take solo Arya into Conquest, though. That'll take forever.
Who you usually use for a Conquest?
I am going to use... Let's see. Let's use Eros. He's 51.
Now, I know a lot of people ask you this, and I know it's probably it depends answer, but what is your favorite type of Titan?
I know. It's got to be Rangers because I have more Rangers that I like than any other class, I think.
Now, out of the Rangers, who's your favorite Ranger?
Probably Calvarex.
And that's let's see, he boosts skeletons, right?
Yeah, well, he was the original. He was the original Titan that we had relics that summoned. So before all the summoners and everything else, and he's 59. He's not 60. I never maxed him, but he's 59. But he's definitely a lot of fun, and also his. All the relics that came with him when he was first released, he made it so that you could summon. Well, it was raised dead skeletons existed already, but having those given to you by relics because it didn't exist from either relics or titans at the time. That's why everybody thought it was absolutely amazing.
So your favorite type of troop? Because honestly, in this game, my favorite type of troop is the Panthers. Like, since I've played, Panthers has been my go-to troop. And as a low castle level, Grenadiers. Like, they've always come through for me.
Yeah, and I remember those days about how awesome Grenadiers were.
Like, even though Grenadiers are slow, their attack speed is slow. It's just, I don't know, something about Grenadiers. Like, you can just sit back and, yeah, if you do get that crit off them, and you do, Grenadiers are pretty good. I know a lot of people don't like them now because with summoning troops, Grenadiers are, kind of useless. Archers are phenomenal now. They can tear through almost anybody.
Archers can be a lot of fun, most definitely. I have to agree on that one. So, Joseph says, "What's up, Z? So how many DOT players do you think are regretting not finishing the Friggs event?" Friggs event had great relics. Yes, well, there was a lot. I think a lot will regret it soon enough. It always happens. What's up, D? I'm doing 2 Conquest battles and then I'm wrapping. So, but thank you for showing, D. It's always good to see you. I got Scrub here on Discord. Prometheo was here for quite some time. I came on after a JJ stream, which was really good. So, did a few pulls at the altar, D. They weren't all that great. But that's the way it goes. So.
I'm in my armory and my militia are still level 3.
Wow.
I do not use them. My archers are level 9. My Grenadiers are 14. My Panthers are 14. My Imperials are 11. So I kind of prioritize troops by what Titans I have that boosts, what Titans I have. Like, now that I will begin Dionysus, I might start leveling up my militia and my archers.
Yeah. Joseph, my live streaming tomorrow or Wednesday? Well, I mean, probably not. Most likely, if anything, I will be live streaming on Friday for the event for Segundo. If anything happens between now and then, we'll see. That's all up in the air, but this is my Conquest live stream. So this covers the next 2 days. That's how I see it. Unless something crazy happens on that blog post, then I just can't contain myself. We'll see what happens, though.
I'm thinking it's going to be a change, but I don't want to speak on it yet. I hope it's not. But I'm thinking there will be a change. But, fingers crossed. Hopefully not.
Wow, so my rank is 19,800. Not bad. But that's good. That means a lot of players are playing, trying to get as much as they can out of this event. Again, it's not about, the Titan's not good. And there's no relics in this one, Zalon. Me. None of that BS, all right? You get as many. It doesn't mean you have to go in and participate in the Conquest event itself. Because some players are just like, I just do as many battles as I can. Great. That's still fine. Just don't miss out on this event and then say, oh, it stinks a lot. I can't seem to level my Titans and Relics up all that great. And then, if you didn't take advantage of the Conquest event, this is why.
Well, that's the only reason why I'm staying up so late, because I gotta get as much food and fuse as much as I can before the fusion is over with.
That's right. You only got...
Wait, fusion come every week or every 2 weeks? Every 2 weeks?
Fusion happens every 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Titans that you gather up in that time.
Yeah, it is, and that's why, it's just going to be managing everything. Eventually you'll have a Titan in every class, and that's what I try to focus on. I try to have a Titan in every class that I can dump my Titans into. So, and that I know that I'm going to want to have them leveled up and that they're good and blah, 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 blah. All right, so let's get Eros in here again.
Hey, if you think about it, I kind of called Frigg last week. Before they came out with the blog about her skills, I kind of called it. After Solisar, I said it's going to be a trend where it's going to be double X skills in all these new Titans. And look at Frigg, double X skills.
Well, X skills with no roof. But yes, because I don't think we don't know exactly where the top of some of these X skills are really going to be. Because they could easily come out with something that's even a little bit higher or a little bit lower in any one of the categories. So we'll see what happens. Oh, Churro, thanks for another awesome stream. Gotta go, ciao. Cork squeak, cheers. Thank you, Churro. Vintage, I'm at 460 battles already. Woo! All right, Vintage, that's the way to be. It's the way to be.
460 battles on...
In Conquest.
Oh. What pleth is he at?
I don't know if he's participating in the actual Conquest, but we'll see. He might be. Or you might be just doing as many battles as you possibly can.
Even if it's to get those first 50 divine gems, I say that's easily worth it because that's like 2 days of collecting from the Eternal Shrine.
And you always got to make sure you're collecting from your Eternal Shrine.
Yeah, it doesn't stack up, does it? Not like the farms do.
Yeah, well, no, it's just a one time between 10 and 20.
Yeah, it adds up in the long run, and I'm actually happy that the Eternal Shrine does something now.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's 1,380 drops. Yeah, Vintage, that's right.
Does he has enough relic space for all those relics? And Titans?
Yeah. I mean, he's got 500 slots in the, Overflow, too, as well.
Yeah, but, unless he prepared for this coming and he emptied out everything and used everything away before, that's a lot of drops.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's managing. Alright, so let's see. What do we get out of this second Conquest battle? Oh, Mathi, Lyoto.
I think after Plinth 8, they gave me 2 3-star Titans, which was a Karn and a Kazoot.
Oh yeah, you do get better rewards as you go along.
Yeah, further down, they give you, better rewards, so it's alright.
It is not bad. Alright, so we're on 4. Gonna be finishing 4 here very... probably still before I go to bed. So, not bad. Forging session every 100 battles or so. There you go. That's good. Alright, Scrub, thanks for staying on until the end. And I do appreciate everybody in the chat that stayed on until the end. I hope everybody enjoys Conquest. Like I've said already, get as much out of it as you possibly can. Forge up those relics, forge up those titans, and get excited about Segundo. We all got to hear a bit about what Segundo could have in store for us here very soon. So, yes. Blog post on Wednesday, so be prepared for that. And I will be back with a live stream on Friday for that Segundo event. Anything in the meantime, we'll see what happens. So, DOT community, I will talk to you all again very soon. Have a good one.